What is up? Let me try to fix this lighting a little bit. Yeah. Hey. Let's fix the lighting. Is that better? It's a little better. Oh. Oh. Hope everyone's having a nice Sunday. It's gonna be a doozy. It's gonna be a big old doozy. Thank you, Silver. Yeah, admittedly, pretty nervous about this. I'm not a super competitive person. Well, that's not true. I'm competitive, but I don't feel the need to, I don't have the drive to be the best. I like to be good. But in a position like this where I'm in first place and I have to defend that, I've never experienced that. I've always done a lot of team sports, and while cycling is a team sport, you still have your race leader and everything. So it's learning a lot about myself and managing the mental side of this. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, this is a silly little virtual cycling event, but when you work hard and you have these opportunities, you can't tell yourself it's not important, because it is. So we'll see. We'll see how the rest of this progresses. I'm excited though. Supposedly, so this route, it's way flatter than yesterday. The biggest climbs are... Is it the Brooklyn Bridge that has the sprint segment on the top? Yeah, it's true. The Eye of the Tiger comes out in sprints. I really enjoy those. I've never been the type of rider to... I've never been the strongest rider in a group. And I don't know if it's imposter syndrome or not. I don't exactly feel like I belong at the front of this racing category. I think a lot of yesterday was tactics. Granted, I did hit power PBs for my 5 minute. I think it was roughly 380 watts for 5 minutes, which is really good. But in my experience, a lot of these races, to be successful, you really need a good 20-minute power. So, for example, the Sisu races that we did last year, I was constantly getting dropped because I was trying to stick with stronger riders for 20 minutes. For the Tour Britannia, which was what, November? I was getting dropped in every single race. I don't think I finished a single race with this group in the front. And the fact that we just got to the front and then won for the category, I'm having a hard time coming to terms with that. I mean, maybe we broke through a plateau. I guess for the New Year tour that we did 2 weeks ago, I got third place on that one stage, which was a similar riding style to New York, where it was really punchy and you don't have the long climbs. So I'm not a person that lacks confidence. I'm a pretty confident person in general, but I'm having a really hard time being confident now. Maybe as the tour progresses, that confidence will build, but we'll see how today goes. I think the big test is going to be the time trial. So I've never been a good time trialist. So, yeah. It's my TED talk. I mean, I think there is something to be said, Silver, about those long Uber pretzel rides. I don't know if I found that I do surprisingly well on those really long rides, and maybe it's because I have been fueling well. I felt pretty locked in with my fueling. What I do is I have one of these gels, the Martin 100. It's got 100 milligrams of caffeine. And I think it's 30 or 40 grams of carbs. So I have that 30 minutes before a race. And then in my bottle, I do the Martin 90 gram of carbs. And I mix in the Element little sodium packs. So that's 1,000 milligrams of sodium, and it has electrolytes. So then yesterday, basically what I've been doing, even for the Uber pretzels, I do one bottle every hour. So that is then 90 milligrams of caffeine, or 90 grams of carbs in an hour with all the sodium. So yesterday I had 2 bottles, so that was 180 grams of carbs throughout the race. That was almost perfect. When I did the really long Uber pretzel race, I was mixing in some gels as well with caffeine, but I didn't do that yesterday. I didn't think I needed the extra bit of caffeine. I try not to have a lot of caffeine before a race and during a race, because I view caffeine as a tolerance, and if you use too much caffeine, you slowly build up that tolerance. I would like to keep it low, and then when I actually need the caffeine, I can use it. So I think that's been helping with the really long rides. And then, I mean, yesterday our average watts per kilogram was only 3.4, so we rode really efficiently. So hopefully we can do that again today. So I'm going to use the bathroom one last time, and then we'll be ready to rumble. Wow. All right. Whew. The start is going to be just like yesterday, where we have a sprint segment and a KOM. It's the only KOM segment of the day, so I expect Mountain Jersey guys to go crazy. I find that you have to somewhat attack with these segments because the moves are just so intense. Woo! Explosion. Feeling dry. Ugh. Woo! So we're gonna have probably roughly 40 people, I think. Yeah, really. Is anyone not feeling sore? I actually feel decent. The problem is, at least for me, it's never usually the soreness that gets me. It's the building of fatigue. So you'll never feel, I've said this during races, you'll never feel 100%. It's about mitigating the pain and that pump throughout the race. And that's exactly what you have to do in a stage series. You're literally never going to feel 100% the whole time. Woo! Appreciate it, my friend. Appreciate it, nondescript. See how it goes. We will see how it goes. Mamma mia. Like that, just that little punch just does not feel good. See how fast they take this today. Remember, sprints. Sprint early. There's a sprint early at the KOM. That's going to make it real tough. It's basically the same start as yesterday. Difference is we will not be going up the KOM in New York. We loop around that park. Make sure we're fueling. Big group today, 50. It's a good turnout. Cheers, my friend. Happy New Year. Hope Gallant Night. Gallant Night, sorry, I can't really... I have the chat on my screen, and it's a little hard for me to see all the names. I did just go to the eye doctor, so I have technically no excuse. Somehow my vision got better. I guess as you get older, if you have really bad vision like me, your vision starts getting better as you age. But then you do lose that ability to see close to you and need readers, so I don't know what to believe. Alright. Sprint segment. Very close. Let's be in the back of the group. We're not going to hit this with 1,000 watts like we did yesterday, but we're going to hit it a little bit. So we want to move with the pack. I don't want to have to chase on to this pack before the KOM. I want to be in position. Save my legs, because the KOM is a very real spot we can get dropped. Very real spot. And it's the only KOM segment today. Oh yeah. Double focals are 100%. My eyes are terrible. I'm -6 prescription in my eyes. Alright, here's a sprint. Okay. Well played. Still hurt. I do wear contacts, yeah. I've had contacts since 2nd grade. What is that like? Actually, probably since 4th grade. Had glasses since 2nd grade. So like 10. Alright, we need to move up. Ooh. Mamma mia. Brutal effort there. Wow. Not too much of a change. Mainly just stay with the cap riders as long as I can. And ride as efficiently as possible. I just always want to be in the bunch. I've also never ridden G-Seek or anything like this, so don't really know what to do. I know I don't want to get dropped though. I'm glad you liked the Tour to Zwift video. That means a lot, because that was a lot of work. And I always forget, not everybody rides on Zwift as much as me. So I'm glad that little section with my picks is well received. You guys attacking. Not too worried about that though. Very strung out. I've been using Exert on and off for about a year, so I probably didn't start seriously using Exert until about July of this year after the CC races. And Adam was torching me. So that motivated. Seeing his progress motivated me to buckle up and really focus on training. Alright. We're gonna punch through this. Quarter of the way down. Yeah, Exert is really intense. Borderline overly intense. It is brutal. Like, even after yesterday's intense effort, it still had a workout scheduled for me today and tomorrow. The poster was a holiday present for my sister. Branded Badons would be cool. I have a hard enough time managing video releases, though. Oh. Almost to the park. There's one hard kick in the park that's going to be pretty tough. It's not a K1 segment though, so hopefully it'll be pretty chill. Doubt it. Oh, the rabbit graphics? I mean, that was, so my wife had drawn one, and then I had ChatGPT take that drawing and make the bike Bonk Biff bunnies. It was inspired from, it's an image from a velodrome, was it the Kirin? Drones in velodrome for Kirin racing in Japan. Because Japan is cute everything. That comment. Don't tempt Rich to make these harder than they need to be. Oh, yes. We gotta punch this. I do think Zwift adjusted those escalators so they're much easier to ride. It's a tough pace. It's just, you can never come off. I guess we did a bit in the tunnel. The important thing is not to panic when things get strung out. See, it comes together. Dude, that was hard effort, though. It's true. The escalators can't complain about it anymore. This is hard today. Very important rest point right now. Punch. False flat coming up. So next mile is essentially slow uprise. So we need to position more towards the front. I think it's silver. I think my breathing is like that because I force myself to talk. I was breathing like a dog in those KOM efforts. Promise you that. Alright, there's a slight kick here. Punch. Just a little. I'm not following that. There's a downhill section coming up. Yes, you can do any of the 18 from day one. Just gotta ride it on your own. I rode that section a little too hard. Speed running 18. The ladder riding, my friend. This is a very important section. I think this is going to be the most important section of the race right here. Yeah, 21 hours at 2 is pretty crazy. What did I say in my video? 17 for 3? Something like that. Alright, we need to stay in the back here. I'm gonna hit this real hard. Hmm. Nice job, TJ. Okay, Tron is the assigned bike. That was brutal. Sprint segment up ahead. Cannot rest. Ugh. Ah.
I'm toast. I'm toast. Right on.
Ah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right on.
Right now, I have like an EDM playlist. I've been listening to this album called, what is it called? Weak Spot by Euphonia. It's pretty snappy. It is catty here today. That means the pace isn't high enough if it's catty. Two spots we can see attack. Three. I can see attacks. Complaining extends the zone 2 edge. I think you're right. Scientifically proven. So I think we can see attacks leaving the tunnel. I guess we have to leave 2 more tunnels. I think. I don't know. It's pretty tough. Even if we don't make it over this final climb with the front group, probably fine. But we could probably gain in the flat sections. We're just gonna keep rolling with the punches here. Group's a little strung out, I'm surprised. So just like last time, we're going to... What up, E? We're we're going to proxy sprint the sprint segment. By that I mean we're going to increase the intensity, but we're not going to go all out. I just want to make sure we don't lose position. Usually those sprinters from behind slow down, so we just want to stick with the largest bunch. Oh. You're right, the downhill after the final sprint banner is a pretty good spot. All the more reason to be in position. It's a draftable climb, so if we usually, in those instances, it's not so much fitness as it is positioning. Obviously, you never know with riders this strong, especially in the cap category. We'll see. Oh, I know Jones very well. Cheers, CJ. Al is strong. It's a strong boy. He is a strong boy. Alright, I don't think there will be an attack here. Maybe a little one. Alright, we played that well. This doesn't have too much of a snowball. There we go, it's better.
Right on.
Alright.
I'm toast.
That was fast. Alright. I am going to operate as if there will be an attack straight out of the tunnel. If I make a move and nobody's with me, I'll probably ease. Because this is a fresh group. Fresh group. As in there's no splits. Ideally, there'll be some cap riders that make a move as well, and we'll be able to stick in their wheels. But yesterday, what worked out well is that we hit it hard. There was one cap rider that went off the front. Didn't have to worry about it. Not gonna panic. That hurt. Legs are pretty juiced up right now. This guy at the front and the gray hair, I feel like has been attacking a lot today. TBT, they are strong. Take the clips. It's straight up going to be attacked straight out of the escalator, I guarantee it. So we're going to hammer it from behind. And just try and stay in the draft. Oh, maybe not. Whoa. Whoa. Not bad. That was brutal. Ooh. Gil got us. Chapeau. Our boy Gil. God. My legs had nothing at the end. That was so good. It definitely feel yesterday's ride. I think I probably hit the section with the escalators a little too hard. But that was still a good finish. Like, at most, we lost how many seconds? Can't have been that much. Let's see. Who took it? Ray. Good finish for them. So we lost 2 seconds. Oh man. I mean, these guys are strong. These cap riders are crazy. Oh, Solo, super strong, 0.81. And then Ray, Van Ness, Robinson, good ride, and Gil. So we're what, 2 seconds? I'm fine with that. Like I said, I feel like it's a fluke that I'm even in this position. Let's check some numbers. Oh, God. My legs are toast. Woo! Where did Adam finish? I don't see Adam. He had to have been really close, too. Alan was right there. Very strong. There's Adam. Not too far behind at all. Woo! Mama! Alright. 706 watts. That was at the sprint, wasn't it? I think it was. So we probably could have played that cooler. I was worried about a long range attack. Almost an hour PB. Almost a minute PB. Time trial tomorrow. How? How is this gonna work? That's true. Fluke or no fluke, we were competitive. Maybe I need to be more confident. Oh. Let me turn my fans down so I don't get sick. It's like 10 degrees outside. Oh, thank you, TJ. Yeah. It's nice to be on good form. I was plateaued for a very long time. Probably 3-4 months. So it's nice that we're making some good progress. Not sure how we'll do in the TT tomorrow. TT is most certainly my weakest aspect of riding. So I'm gonna just try and hang on, not lose too much time. There are some really strong riders here today. Ooh. Yeah, dude, only 6 stages left. Nothing. That ain't nothing. I think my goal is, realistically, my goal is top. If we could do like top 25 in GC, I think that'd be pretty cool. I think it's doable. I definitely think it's doable. But today definitely reminds you that it is a race of attrition, not just a one-day sort of thing. And hopefully, so I'm hopefully gonna ride tomorrow. I think Adam and I are gonna shoot for noon. So that would be on my lunch break. I usually don't like to stream while I'm on my lunch break at work, because if something comes up at work, well, I do work from home, I need to be available. Hopefully it's fine. I mean, the time trial's probably gonna be what, like 30 minutes? Let me check the course. Tomorrow's course is, just a moment. What's the limit? So what's the limit? Let's pull it up. What's the limit? I take some pictures. So I like to upload this to Strava. Almost an hour PB, that's pretty nice. And then we gotta make them our favorites. Don't need that. Alright, let's check it. What's the limit? Somehow with the Project 74, I was getting credit for it while we were riding, but everyone's on a Tron bike. Interesting. Alright, what's the limit? So tomorrow, oh, of course. It doesn't matter what we do. Sure. What's the limit? 18 miles, 658 feet. Let's see what it looks like. So we're gonna start here. And it looks like we've got tunnels, 2 tunnels, and then looks like we're hitting the KOM we just did. Going down a tunnel, then up, looping around, back out of a tunnel, and then hitting that same sprint climb again. So the goal is going to be not take it easy, but be under threshold at all times except for probably these kicks. So that's going to be a big time to push. We'll ease on the descent, big push on the hill, and then basically all out from that last else. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to call it there, my friends. There's uncertainty on whether the upgrades of the credit bike have an effect on the assigned bike. That's a good question. That is a good question. That worries me. All right, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. As always, stay strong, baby. Let's go. I will see you, hopefully, God willing, tomorrow. Cheers, y'all. I need to rest.